What's going on, family? This is your boy Mitch of Mitchpiration, and this episode today is very important. Why? I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to be proposing to my girlfriend of a year and 4 months. So just wanted to kind of share with you guys our backstory, how things have come to this point, and things like that. So let's just go ahead and get that started right now. So, about a year and 4 months ago, I'm just chilling at my house one night and I see a friend request from this girl named Spechel. So I don't know her, never seen her before, don't even think we had any mutual friends. But what I wanted to do was to reach out to her to find out who she was. So I accepted her friend request, just wondering like what's so special about Spechel, because I didn't know who she was. Didn't think that it would become what it became, but I felt like she reached out to me because she had some kind of attraction or interest in getting to know me as a person. But before that, I had been single for about 4 years. I had a really bad breakup. Just kind of took a break from women and relationships to just focus on myself, be the best person I can be as a human being. And I knew there were things that God had planned for me. So I wanted to make sure I was being focused on Him so I could, do the things that He had planned for me to do while I was making these transitions. And so overall, man, when I started meeting Spechel, we started messaging initially, just getting to know her, asking some of the general questions. But as things started, building up, the conversations were getting realer. So I wanted to really make sure that I was putting myself in a situation to win when it came to her. So I somewhat ghosted her. She thinks I ghosted her, but I just wanted to take time to evaluate, like, is this somebody I really want to like let her know, like, hey, I'm digging you. I really want to see where this situation can go. So I did take some time to evaluate some things happening in my life. There were other girls that wanted my attention, but I felt like Spechel was the person I wanted to pursue. So I kind of let all those other girls go and I really focused on Spechel. So when I came back around from ghosting her, as she likes to say, we just kept communicating, and it went from messages to phone calls and from phone calls to FaceTime. So we live about an hour away from each other. So there was one day I was leaving from around a city 2 hours away, Greensboro, North Carolina, and I had to pass through her city, which is Raleigh, North Carolina, to get home. And so I just called her on the fly. It was on a Sunday, and I knew she was getting off work soon. So I was like, hey, would you like to link up and just kind of have dinner together? Little did I know that on that particular day, she had the same idea. She was hoping that I would reach out to her because she knew I was in Greensboro and she knew I had to come through Raleigh to actually meet up with her. So we met up, had a nice dinner, and there was this little kid, a little toddler, a little girl who was like staring at us the whole time we were there. And Spechel was like, why does she keep looking at us? And I was like, well, my grandma always told me that babies know spirits, so maybe we're gonna be a couple that last or whatever. And, a year and 4 months later, here we are, man. So, Spechel has definitely brought joy to my life. I told her when we started dating that I wanted to make my next relationship my last relationship, meaning that I wanted to be with somebody who was willing to pursue marriage with me. And so as time progressed, she agreed on that same journey. And so we've been rocking out together for a year and 4 months now, man. We've had our share of adventures. We've shared a lot of firsts together, and we found ways to keep our relationship exciting even through all this COVID stuff, because it shut down a lot of restaurants and experiences we were planning together. But just from a more personal standpoint, the moment I realized that she was the one, she was at my house one night and we were talking, and I happened to have my prayer journal sitting out on my desk. And when I opened it, it landed on the page where I had typed a prayer, pretty much solidifying the type of woman that I wanted to have in my life for the long run. And as I started reading it, I glanced over at her and I was like, hey, babe, listen to this. So when I read her the prayer, we were both like stuck in our tracks. And I was like, yeah, you're literally everything I wrote in this prayer. So I never said anything to her, but from that point on, I started taking my leadership role in our relationship a lot more seriously. So from there, we started really building our relationship with God, to put God in the center of our relationship, because we both knew without Him, nothing was going to last. And so from spending more time together, from doing devotions together, praying together for each other when we're apart from each other, just, making our families aware of one another. We've visited our families. Our parents are really cool. They love each other. Her mom loves my mom and dad. Her dad unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but overall, our family dynamics are great. Her mom already calls me her son-in-law, and my parents consider her their daughter-in-law as well. So when I called her mom to ask for her blessing to do this, she was like, you know, I don't call you my son-in-law for no reason. So that made me feel good to know that her mom is just as confident in who I can be for her as a son-in-law as I am in myself for what I can be for her as a husband, man. So today is Friday, it's February 26th, it's 6:15 p.m. So literally within 24 hours, like this time tomorrow on Saturday, I will be proposing to her, confident in the fact that she will say yes, and that you guys will be able to see the footage that is to come and witness this moment with us. So, you know, what I can honestly say about her is I know she's my person. She makes me better. She communicates in a form of love. She never chastises me or belittles me as a man. She respects my position in her life. And those are all things that matter to me, because I've been in some unhealthy situations where, because of the way I was spoken to, it pulled me away from those women. So everything happens for a reason. So I just want to share this with you. Whatever your situation is right now, especially if you're single, be patient. Don't make relationships your idol. Make the idea of being a better human being and a better person for God your objective. And I guarantee you, once you start focusing on that and stop focusing so much on everybody else is getting engaged, everybody else is getting married and doing this and doing that, and you just stay focused on you, things will start to come together when you least expect it. Because I definitely wasn't expecting that friend request from Spechel. But out of that friend request has birthed a great healthy relationship and a desire for me to have her as my wife and for us to do life together until God calls us home, man. So tomorrow's going to be a great day, and I just want you guys to take this journey with me, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.
I just wanna see how beautiful you are.
All right, so I have been lying to you for about a week and a half now.
That's why I can't sleep at night. I think something was going on after that sleep. Oh my gosh.
So basically, I wanted to bring everybody here today. Some of the people who know us well, some of your family members, some of mine, babies, toddlers, everybody. What's up? But I just want to let you know that I love you. I wanted to tell you publicly in front of the people who love me, in front of the people who love you. I wouldn't have saw this day coming about a year or 4 months ago since we've been together. But God has a plan.
This is a dream. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing because I
And so one day you asked me, how did I know you were the one for me? And I shared with you a prayer that I wrote in my journal. And I read it to you. And when I read that prayer, you looked at me and I looked at you and I was like, yeah, it's you. So we are gathered here today for one reason. And we're going to get to the business. Special Nicole Whoop. I love you. I can't imagine my life without you. And I want you to be my wife. So I'm asking you, will you marry me?
Yes.
Hey, these are the month ago and asked me for your hand in mine, his blessings. And I told him he was a godsend to you. And I am so happy, Yola, for you. Because you deserve the happiness. You really do. You my baby, and I love you. And I want you to be happy. God chose this man for you, and he chose you for him. And I just want y'all to both be happy.
Yes, ma'am.
And love, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
For making him.
Yes. We just wish you all the best, and we just can't wait till that wedding day. And
Oh my gosh,
I'm
wedding?
and you are so good for him, and I'm glad that you came into his life. I've never seen him so happy.
I'm a fiance. Oh my gosh.
Did you anticipate this?
I thought about it.
Congratulations to Spechel and Mitch. Thank you, Mitch, for loving my best friend. She totally deserves it. I feel like this, like when you told me that you wanted to. Oh yeah. After y'all first date, she came home and said, "That's gonna be my man. That's gonna be my husband." and she was right. And she was right. I'm trying not to get emotional because I know Mr. Malcolm is smiling down on you, Spechel, and I wish he was here to see this day. Mitch, take care of my best friend. I told Spechel that what did I say? I said, do Mitch know when he marry you, he marrying me too? Because Spechel is everything to me. She's always been there for me, and I'll always be there for her from the beginning to the end. I felt like you turned me into a whole like decor person, because when you told me about this and brought me to the location, I was all on Pinterest trying to figure out how to get this like perfect for her, because I wanted this to be a special day. She deserves everything, and I know you're going to give it to her. And I just want to say thank you, and especially I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
And like I said, don't take her out of North Carolina.
This is one of the most exciting days of my life. To see my baby start her new journey of being a wife to a wonderful guy. Mitch called me that day to ask for my blessings. And first thing when I saw his name, I said, uh-oh, what's wrong? And he said, ain't nothing wrong, Ma. From day one, I start calling him my son-in-law. And so here we are. So destiny has came. So, and I'm thankful. And he's the most nice person, young man that I've met. And I'm grateful that he's going to marry my daughter. And I think it starts from home. He was well raised, and she was too. And I just feel like they're going to start a wonderful journey together. Just remember to love one another no matter what. And keep God first, and you will make it. I love the both of you. I love you, Yellow. And your daddy will really be crazy about Mitch, because he's humble, and he had a humble spirit too. And he loves his daughter. So that will make him real happy this day. I love it.
Just like to say to Spechel and Brad, I'm so happy for the both of you. I'm thankful that Brad knows how God's work, and he did it God's way. And when you do it that way, you find the right, as they say, you find the right thing. Amen. Amen. So Brad, I'm so proud of you as my son. I'm thankful the way Mom and I raised you, and I hope that I've had a lot to show you the right way to go and the way to do things. So for that, I'm grateful that you paid attention, and even though we might not have thought you were paying attention, but you were.
Right.
And so just for the both of you, I hope you have a long and happy and beautiful life together, and I know you will, just like Mom just said. You keep God first, and everything else will take care of itself for you. So bless you, and long happy life.
Love you, Pop.
And just one thing, when Brad first brought Spechel home, they have been dating for a while, and I didn't know it, because he said, Mom, I'm not going to bring anybody home until she's the one. Well, when I met Spechel, I'm like, okay, I know she was the one. And I'm glad that he had a heart to pray for the kind of woman that he wanted to marry. And we just love both of y'all. And, you know, I just want to tell everybody, Brad's going to propose tonight, but I know I couldn't do it. But I'm excited, and I'm just so glad to have a daughter in love soon, very soon. So we just wish you all the best. You know, me and your dad been married for 34 years, and marriage is a good thing. It's what you make it, not what your friends and nobody else may say, but it's what you make out of your marriage. And like Daddy said, keep God first, let him direct your path, and you cannot go wrong. Love y'all.
So, like, just for me, this event just gives me hope. Just Brad and Spechel together just continually gives me hope in like the good guy thing, because you always hear like good guys finish last and stuff like that, but Spechel like actually gave me hope that like good guys actually don't finish last. There are women out here that recognize that stuff in these men and want that and stuff. So like big love to you all, big hope to you all in y'all future. God bless you all, and it's all love. So
I just want to thank God for allowing you to come into my best friend's life. You have made her a totally different person for the better. Yes, yes. And I just love seeing her happy. I love seeing that happiness that you put on her, and I just want to thank you and God for that. Congratulations to both of y'all.
Thank you very much.
As a person who was very, very surprised about all of this, I remember telling him, because of course it's no surprise that we were getting engaged. I knew one day it would happen. I just didn't know when. But I always said that I was like, I said it doesn't have to be big and public, but I do want the people that are most important to me to share that day with me. So I want to thank you, babe, for listening and doing the work to get my circle here and your circle that's now my circle too. I do appreciate all of y'all for coming. I'm very, 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 very grateful for this amazing man that I have, and I'm happy that y'all are here to journey. You have journeyed with us from day one, and I'm happy that y'all able to keep journeying with us because we got a long way to go. I'm the young one. But, I already finished. You have anything you want to say, babe? That's my toast. I love y'all.
I just want to say, number one, thanks again for everybody coming out. Like I said before, man, before I met Spechel, I had went through like 4 long years of being single. I had like a really bad breakup, and I just decided to take a break from relationships and just focus on being a better person, better human being, and just trying to be a better man and do what God has called me to do. And during that time, God allowed me to experience a lot of blessings. Spechel came as a surprise because I found out about her from a friend request on Facebook.
Hey, make yourself seen.
But yeah, so I was like, like what's so special about this special girl? So I gave her, I accepted her friend request, and she claims I ghosted her for a little bit, but I was really in a space where after a certain amount of conversations, I knew I wanted to really be exclusively in a relationship with her. So I needed to get some side things out the way so I can make her my main priority. And so once I came back around, I pretty much told her, like, my focus is to make my next relationship my last relationship. So I want this relationship to lead towards marriage. And so she was in agreement with that. And so we're one step closer. So like I always tell Spechel, she's always my affirmation that God is good and he hears my prayers. And I'm just thankful to have her in my life. I appreciate her collard greens. She cooks everything good. I don't know. I done gained like 20 pounds, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm a solid 160 now, so that's good, man. So, I thank God for her cooking. I thank God for her generosity, her selflessness. Much of who she is to her friends is who I am to mine. She lets her friends come through when they're going through things. She's that voice of reason. I try to be that way with my friends too, especially when they're going through hard times. So we mirror each other's in a lot of ways, but we also complement each other in our weaknesses as well. So that's what makes for a really bright future. And so for that, I'm super thankful. So once again, babe, I love you. So yeah, it's time to start planning the wedding, man.